Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well today. I'm running a little late compared to when I normally stream because my alarm went off and I looked into its eyes and I said, fuck you. And then I turned it off. So, you know. um, but yeah, we're gonna just play some Minecraft today and maybe talk a little bit, chill, um, do some fun stuff. I was thinking about stories I could tell you guys and cool things, and I think I got a good one. Well, not necessarily good, but interesting. Okay, let's switch to this. Yeah, yeah, Minecraft. Let me just make sure I have everything working. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, yep, yep. Excellent quality. Bitrate's not potato. Cool. Let's do this. So, um, I don't think too much has changed since I last streamed this. Except I dug more cave under my house, and I also built a giant aquarium. Um, I don't remember if that was there last time or not, but it's there. I'll show you guys. It's nice. This is where I keep my axolotls. Hello, axolotl. Look at how cute they are. Look at this little tiny one. So cute. So cute. Are there more than when I last was here? I think they're having babies. Wait a minute. How many did I put in here? I don't remember. Hello, little guy. Yeah, so they're just having a good old time. I got some of these cool glowberries. Um, yeah, caught it. So yeah, that's my axolotl tank. Um, we will try not to drown in it because I've definitely done that before. Um, let's just rearrange my inventory real quick. Boop boop. So, I I was talking to somebody yesterday about how frustrated I've been about some of my medical problems. So, I get tired very quickly and easily. Um, I am not necessarily the healthiest person as far as just like genetics go. I mean, I eat healthy and all that jazz, and I try to take care of myself, but um, you can only do so much when your genetics are like big old middle finger, you know? Um, and so some days can be really difficult because I'll wake up and I'll immediately feel like physically exhausted. It's like imagine you wake up and you feel like you just ran a freaking 10-mile marathon. Um, you're really tired, your body feels really heavy, everything's sort of sore. Um, and so I have these, like, I guess you could call them flare-ups where that happens, where I get really, really exhausted, and it'll be like that for a couple weeks. Um, yeah, it's very, like, annoying. I feel like I've, for the most part, gotten used to it, but it's still, like, very frustrating sometimes. So, like, it's, it can be almost debilitating because, like, I will go to work and I will just feel myself falling asleep. And it's not that I'm tired, like, I got plenty of sleep. It's just that my body feels so weak that I feel like I could pass out at any moment. Um, and like that's only like one of the not so bad symptoms. So like basically it, I have a couple different medical problems, but one of the big ones is, oh, thanks for the subscription, Banana Phone. How did I get this? Did I pick this up? Did I steal this from somebody? Well, it's mine now. Anyways, so one of the most frustrating things is that I can't do anything about it. Um, I have a couple of different medical problems, but the one that bothers me the most is called Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Um, it's basically an autoimmune disease that causes, um, sure, I don't want to use those to turn it into copper. No, no. Well, shit. Let's just throw that on the ground. Um, I'm smart, I swear. I'm not smart. I'm like confused. Anyways, so it's a thyroid condition that causes my body to like sort of attack itself, I guess you could say. Um, like my immune system tries to like I don't know if it's like overproduce or just attack or whatever. It's something negative. It does bad things. Um, and so it can be pretty annoying. Um, did I empty that one? There's nothing in it. Okay. Um, because I mean, it's not comfortable. Like, imagine just feeling like shit all the time. But anyways, back to my point that I'm trying to get to is but so it can be really difficult and really exhausting. Um, and I think the more frustrating part is for a long time I didn't know what was wrong. Um, so I have had symptoms of issues since I was maybe like 10, maybe. Um, I think that was around when it first started to get bad. Um, but it the initial symptoms that I had was yeah, when I first started having issues, it was basically joint pain. So I started out with having knee pain, and it was just kind of like a discomfort. It wasn't like super bad. So for the longest time I just assumed that like I don't know, maybe I played too much. Maybe I don't know, pulled it or something. Um, and I as a kid, I just assumed everyone experienced it. Oops, shit. Didn't mean to break that. Um, so like I had no idea that it was a fucking bitch. Um, I had no idea that it was not normal to have knee pain. I just thought that's how it was. Like I just thought that was the existence. That was my first symptoms. I'll tell the whole story because you might find this interesting, Heather. And then if you have similar things, then maybe you can use my example as an idea of what to do. Because I kind of it was a long road. Let's just say that. Um, so my initial symptoms were just the knee pain, and it was bearable. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I can't remember. It's basically considered part of the like joint stiffness. Um, I was like 10 when I first noticed it. I was literally a little kid. And I just thought it was a thing. I just thought that's how life was. You know, I thought it sucked. And we just exist. That sounds so terrible. But like, yeah, I just assumed that that was how everyone felt, you know? I didn't know there was a difference. And I think it was just kind of, yeah, exactly, 10-year-old with 40-year-old knees. It was very much like a very stiff, painful feeling. Sometimes it would be so painful that like I'd have a little bit of trouble walking, but I just never really like complained too much about it until I was a little bit older and I started to realize that it wasn't normal. Um, I think I was maybe like 13 or 14. Because it was around the same time that I hit puberty and my mom actually like talked to me about stuff and then I was like, "Oh, by the way, I feel agony all the time." And she was like, "Excuse me?" Um, what the man, something weird's happening with my inventory. You guys see that? Stuff was flying all over the place. Anyways. But so I just thought it was like, normal until then. And I remember like talking to my mom about it and she was like, "What the fuck you mean? You have knee pain?" And like my mom has arthritis. So I thought that maybe it was like a genetic thing and she thought the same thing. And so we went to the doctor and we um we got it checked and they were like, "Yeah, it's probably that." Um but they didn't do any like test or anything. They just were like, "Yeah, sure, that's probably the thing, sure." Um so for a while I just assumed that it was arthritis. I think it was probably when I was like let's see, a little bit older. So I kind of just lived with it at that point and it was an all the time pain. Yeah, US doctors are worthless. It was an all the time pain. So it was like there wasn't a good day. Like it was just my natural state. So you become used to it, you know? It just becomes part of who you are and what you do and how you exist. Like there's you kind of just forget about it in a sense. And so I remember I reached let's see, I think it was freshman year of high school and it started to like really get worse. And I started to notice joint pain in other joints. Um, it had gone from just being my knees to starting to have joint pain in my elbows, in my hips. The hips were really bad. And then in my feet, which is a weird one. So I have joint pain in like all the little bones in my feet. Yeah, V, I think it's weird too, because like the thing is like when people are like, "Oh, I feel so bad for you," like I didn't know any different, so I feel like, "Oh, thanks, Sebs." I didn't know that I was experiencing pain, sort of. Like it's really hard to explain. It's like it was just my life. Like I had never experienced anything different, so like it wasn't bad in that aspect. It was just how it is. So, like, I was just used to it, I guess you could say. Um, and I remember when the hip pain started, it was like, I don't know, it was just almost frustration because I was like, I'm a teenager. Why am I 1,000 years old? Um, and none of my friends had pain like that, and so I didn't want to talk about it because I was almost embarrassed about it. Um, it just felt bad. Like no one else understood and it's like I don't know. I was worried that I was being a crybaby. In the long run, that boils down to it is I was worried that I was complaining about something that other people deal with all the time and don't have a problem with. Um, Hello, fish. You guys know in 1.17 you can eat tropical fish? Oh, fucking fish. I'm a master fisher, don't worry. I'll catch these boys. Did it. Okay, I didn't actually need those at all, but you know, why not? Okay. Um, but so I didn't want to be like the kid complaining about stuff. No, I don't want to go this way. I want to go a different way. And so I just didn't say anything about it for a long while. And I think it was my junior year of high school that things really escalated really quickly. Um, the pain in my feet got so bad that I couldn't walk. Um, it was so painful that I started to have like some major issues with just kind of getting around. And the thing is I went to school at this big ass school. It was basically a campus. There was like 11 different buildings, and each building was a different group of classes. So there was like the English building, the science building. So I had to literally travel across a campus to get to my classes. And I remember it being so painful that I was just late to all my classes because I could not walk. And I was getting in trouble, and I finally like talked to my mom about it and was like, I can't, like there's something wrong with my feet. And like at this time it was still just the assumption that it was arthritis or something. Um we hadn't really like pushed it much further than that, and so I would take like a ibuprofen and stuff when it got really bad, but like it just didn't seem to help. Um And so, like, I was just in agony all the time. And I was having trouble sleeping because the pain was so severe. It was really bad. Um, and so we started to go to the doctor again. We went to a whole bunch of different doctors. They put me on crutches and basically told me not to like walk on them, which like, bitch, like, yeah, ibuprofen doesn't help my migraines or my joint pain really. It was almost like just an assumption of like almost what do you call it? What's the thing when they give you a sugar pill? What's that called? Placebo. Almost like a placebo. It's like, yeah, this should be working. Yes, this should be working. This should be working. Um, but so they gave me crutches and were like, just walk on these because one foot was worse than the other one. So they were like, we'll just put all the weight on that one foot that's not that bad yet. Logic. Oh, look at how blue these ones are. Oh, they're so pretty. I wish I could put them in my fish tank, but my axolotls will just eat them. Um, but yeah, it was like that for, God, it had to have been like months. I feel like it was at least 2 months of us going to the doctor constantly, trying to figure out what was wrong. And like, I give my mom props because she put up with a lot of shit from me, but like, I was so worried that she would think I was faking. What's that? Looks like a geode that I've probably been to and put torches in. It is a geode that I've been to and put torches in. Anyways, now that we've confirmed that, where's my boat? Um, but so it was like months of going to the doctor. They did this test to see if which direction was I going? I don't know. Sorry, hiccups. They did this test to see if I actually had um, arthritis, and if so, what kind. And it came back that I didn't have arthritis. And so this whole time we had been sort of treating it as arthritis based on just what the doctor had told us previously, and it was never arthritis. Um, like he didn't do any tests or anything, and we just, I don't know, I just assumed that he would know what he was talking about. You know, doctors know what they're talking about, but no, he didn't. He just pulled it out of his ass and was like, "Yeah, it's probably this. Take this ibuprofen and go." You know, and so like I, I don't know. It's I can't necessarily blame the doctor because it was a number of years back, so I just question if like it was that's how they diagnosed it at the time. It's kind of like I have PCOS, and it used to be that they were just like, "Oh, you've had a cyst in your ovaries before? Yep, PCOS." But now it's like a bigger thing, and then get the fuck out of the way, squids. No! Eh. Um, but now it's like a bigger thing. Same thing with like endometriosis and stuff. They now require you have surgery to confirm that that's what it is prior to actually giving you the diagnosis. So it's just kind of like a difference of how things used to work versus how they work now. Don't shoot me, skeleton, please. Yeah, yes, they are super painful. Imagine having like, I don't know, like 20 of them. I think that's how bad it was when they first noticed it for me. Anyways, nonetheless. Um, But so yeah, I'm full of medical pains is what I'm getting at here. I am cursed. Is that my fucking house? Did I just do a goddamn U-turn? That's my fucking house. Eh. Our adventure failed. But yeah. But so I I was frustrated because the doctor was like, "Oh, it's not arthritis. Like it's got to be something else." And I'm like, "Well, then tell me what it is, you know?" And it was just a long period of time of trying to figure out what it was. And essentially, I know this is going to sound stupid and awful, but essentially what happened is over time, the pain subsided. I was able to start walking again. I didn't have pain in my feet. It went back to just being like base pain in my knees. And we were going to move. Um, this was junior and senior year. Almost all of junior year I was in agony, and then it subsided, and senior year it was okay. Um, and so we just didn't get an answer. Um, there was almost this assumption that like I don't know, it was just a temporary thing that popped up. It would never happen again, and let's just move on and make believe life is great. You know, like I don't want to worry about it. Everything's fine. And it would come up every once in a while that I would certainly have a little bit of pain in my feet, but it wasn't as bad as it was back then. And so it was like, nah, it's probably okay. It's not that bad because I had experienced worse. Even though I feel like for a normal person, it would have been really bad. So it's just kind of that, oops, I'm under the boat. Get inside. Okay. That kind of that, yeah, but I know what it feels like to have it feel worse. Get out of the way, squid. Um, but so we went, we went and we moved, and yeah, exactly. You live in pain, and then you build up a tolerance, and then so when the pain's really, really severe, you're like, okay, this is bad. But then when it goes back to being like your normal daily pain, you're like, oh, everything's fine because it's not as bad as when it was severe. Um, because it's like just that thing of, oh, but it's better than it was, so it's fixed. It's not fixed, but you know what I'm saying. Um, I've already searched that portal, but so it it can be really annoying. Um, but it wasn't excruciating. So I just sort of ignored it. Um, oh, Heather. Um, but so I just sort of ignored it for a long time. It was like, yes, I experience pain. Yes, it's bad, and I feel like I'm probably just a big baby about it. But, like, there's nothing I can do because I don't know what it is. Um, and that was that. God damn it, I want to climb this, but I don't want to use my stone. Find an edge. Um, but I started getting more hip pain. Um, the knee pain has always been sort of a constant. A donkey! But the hip pain has been on and off. And normally it has just been sort of like this discomfort, this like awkward stiffness. Um, that kind of makes it weird. And then I have this problem that sometimes if I like, I don't know, like when I do squats and stuff, there's like a certain position that I put my hip in that it just becomes really painful. And I think it's just that it sort of like rotates and like rubs the wrong way or like hits the bone the wrong way or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Who knows? Could be anything. Could be there's goblins in my joints. Um, but so the goblins in my joints will say big ol' fuck you. Well, look, a village. I think this is the one T-Bolt normally goes to. But we'll check it out anyways. Oh, maybe not. There's lots of wheat here. No, I think T-Bolt's been here. Are there any villagers left? Did he kill this whole village? He may have killed this whole village. Oh, I hear gruntings. Just one guy. Okay. Oh, there's more over here. Okay. Well, Anyways. But the hip pain started to come back, and I just ignored it for a very long time. He's sleeping in there, in this snow wall. Oh. Actually, I'll take that. I just ignored it. Like, it was just a regular occurrence, so like it got to the point where it was just like whatever, this is life. I'm just gonna keep going and make believe that everything's fine. What are you guys doing? Um and the hip pain was kind of annoying, but it wasn't like terrible. Stop closing the door. It wasn't terrible to the point that I felt like I needed to like push it, that I needed to like figure it out right now. But once I got everything all settled in my life, and I, let's see, I was done with college. I had moved again. I was finally sort of financially stable. I saw that creeper. I decided to figure it out. I was tired of just living with it, and I wanted to know why, you know? And so I went to a whole bunch of doctors, and a lot of them just couldn't figure it out. Oh, good timing, Heather. I went to a lot of different doctors, and a lot of them were just like, I know this is gonna sound terrible, but any woman in the world in the United States will understand. A lot of the doctors were like, "Are you sure it's that painful? Are you are you positive that like it's not just like a 2 on a scale from 1 to 10 sort of thing?" Yeah. And so I got a lot of shit where they were basically like, uh, insinuating that I was exaggerating the pain, which is very frustrating. Um, because like I don't know, you go so long without like talking to anyone about it and without complaining and trying to figure it out, and then you finally ask for help, and these doctors are basically like, mm-hmm, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, it's a 10. I don't know. Are you positive? I feel like it's just your weight. That's my favorite. That's my fucking favorite. Oh, maybe if you just lost some weight, your hip wouldn't hurt so much. Bitch, my hip has been hurting since I was like 13, and I wasn't like chubby. Like, it has nothing to do with that. And the thing is even when my weight fluctuated and I went down a lot, it would still be bad. So it wasn't like it got better with weight loss. It was just the same. Um, and so I saw a lot of different doctors. Yes, exactly. It's like you walk in and they're like, "Oh, do you know what your body mass index is? Are you aware that you are overweight?" And it's like, "What? No, I don't have eyes. I can't see in a mirror. What do you mean? I'm blind. I thought I was a skinny bitch." You know? No, bitch. Like, I know that I have a fat ass. Like, you don't have to tell me. I knock shit over all the time with my ass. Like, it's fine. That's my life. Um, but anyways, you guys ever do that? You bump a table with your ass and you just like knock the whole table across the room, everything off of it, and you just look at it like, why'd you get in the way of my ass? I don't know. Um, right? Heather, we're like on the same page. But so it was a real, real struggle because it felt awful asking for help and being shit on. I saw, I would say, probably 10 different doctors trying to figure it out. I went to specialists. I went to the hospital. I did everything I could to figure this out. It was literally killing me, my wallet and my life. And the thing was, is I was starting to have so much more hip pain again. So like, it's it's frustrating. You're like telling them I am dying. I'm in agony. And they're like, I don't see anything on the X-ray. No, you don't. I'm sorry, you don't see anything, but I'm in pain, you know? It's like I've had it for so long that it just feels tiring to try to do this back and forth with people where you're trying to help yourself and they're just I understand in some times they're just looking at the facts. Like they're like, "Oh, well, I don't see anything on your X-ray." Sure, sure, no problem. But when you when you follow that up with, "I think you just need to lose weight." Like how do you feel that that's okay? You know what I mean? Um, if you tell me you've exhausted all of your resources and you can't find anything else and you think it's probably just my weight and then I need to lose weight and then you assist me by providing me resources for losing weight. That's one thing, okay? But none of them did that. Not a single one. The United States has these weight loss clinics, um, where you can go and they'll assist you in a variety of different ways with nutrition, exercise, teaching you about foods, stuff like that. Um, and I didn't know about them until like last year. Like, if my weight's so bad, why didn't you say anything? Like, why did you just give me the middle finger and tell me to fuck off? You know? Um, and so it was really, really rough. And I remember, let's see, 2 years ago, Heather, it was when we were working together, um, that I went to my therapist and I had been talking about the frustrations with it, that I was just annoyed and I felt like I had no options and I was getting really depressed about it. Um, like for anyone who hasn't experienced chronic pain, like yes, Nicolette, my hero. For anyone who hasn't experienced chronic pain, it's exhausting on your body and on your mind as well. Um, you end up doubting yourself. You end up feeling like you're being like I said a million times, you're being a baby. Like you're complaining where you shouldn't be. Other people have it worse, so what right do you have to complain? Sort of thing. And it really beats you down. Um, and so I remember I was talking to her and I told her like there's something wrong with me and no one can help me and it's devastating. And I had sort of reached the end of my line where I didn't want to keep fighting it, where I was just like, I'm just gonna be exhausted and lay in bed all day and quit my job and just not exist as a human. Um, and I remember she was like, I know you've tried everything, but we have a special doctor here that does um, that does like a whole workup. They'll ask you your complete history. They'll sit down with you for like 2 hours and just talk it over with you. And they specialize in, ooh, that was dangerous, in autoimmune health. Um, and they're really good at finding autoimmune diseases. And I think you have an autoimmune disease. And I was like, meh, I don't know. Like, I don't know, And I was unsure about it, and I ended up talking to my husband about it, and he was like, "Stop being dumb, just fucking go. Like, what's it gonna hurt?" Sort of thing. And so I went, and I remember like we sat and we talked for a long time about like everything that I've been through, and like she just listened, she took notes, she nodded, like I gave her time frames and everything. Um, I think the doctor does. I can look up their name and I can give it to you if I can find it. Um, I'll let you know. I'll check in a little bit. I think that's right. Yeah, Anne. It might have been. Um, did you? Oh, you still see her? Yeah. Um, but so like she did like a full mock-up and she talked with me a little bit about some of my symptoms. Oh, she's on maternity leave. Oh, congratulations to her. That's so exciting. Um, and like I explained every little thing that I'd ever had issues with. I want that copper. And oof, there's a cave under it. Um, even the symptoms that I thought were unrelated, which by the way actually were related. So, whoops. Um, whoops. Now I'm in this cave. And I remember she was like, I think you have a thyroid condition. And the thing is I had been tested multiple times for thyroid issues. Um, and they had always come back that I didn't have a thyroid problem. Um, but I guess there's multiple thyroid tests, and I just didn't know. I mean, how am I supposed to know? I'm not a doctor. Like the doctors are supposed to know that and tell me. Um, and so she did a thyroid test. Um, there was one of them that's I don't know, all of your labs, yeah. Um, I don't know. I know for me there's like a regular thyroid test and it comes up normal. And that's the one that I had done at all the other doctor's offices. And it's always come up normal. And then there's a thyroid antibody test that I had never had done before. And so she ordered that test. And your antibodies are supposed to be something in like a maybe like the hundreds at the highest. And mine was in like the tens of thousands. Um, which basically means that my body was overproducing antibodies and attacking itself. Um, and nobody had tested me for it. Nobody had mentioned that it was a thing. I had no idea that it was a thing. I didn't, I didn't know that it was something that could happen. And she said it was like the worst labs she had ever seen. And I was like, thanks. I mean, like, she was just being honest, but like, it still was like, mm-hmm. Um, but basically, she explained to me, yeah, overachiever. Yeah, my thyroid was like antibodies, or my body was like antibodies. Yes, let's make more. Oh, thanks. Um, but so she did a couple more tests and she ended up diagnosing me with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Um, and she put me on a thyroid medication. And a lot of my symptoms of other stuff as well just started getting better. Within like the first month that I was on it, I lost 20 pounds. And the thing is this is from somebody who is working out 7 days a week, who was eating super healthy, who was doing everything possible to lose weight for years and was getting nowhere. And being on a medication for a month, I lost 20 pounds. My joint pain reduced drastically. Um, a lot of the other medical problems I had gotten a lot better. Um, hey, welcome! I used to be a lot more exhausted than I was after I started taking the medicine. And it was crazy. It felt like since I was 10 years old, I've had joint pain and I've just been suffering with it. And if I had taken this medication, it would have just gotten better. It felt like such a slap in the face in a way because we had put in so much effort to try to figure things out and like nobody had thought to test that. And like it's true, like doctors can't be perfect, but like over the years I had gone to a lot of different doctors. Every time I moved, I went to a different doctor and we talked about it and I explained to them that like nothing I did helped, you know, and they didn't do anything. And it was frustrating. I agree, Minecraft. It was like the end of the world. Um, and so like the the fact that I had worked so hard to try to figure things out and I had gotten nowhere had just like burnt me out completely. And then to have somebody just very quickly be like, "Oh yeah, I listened to you. I looked at everything as a whole, and I think you have this. Let's test for it." and then it actually being that. It was crazy. I feel like to some degree I was just I was relieved, but I was also so angry. Um, it's just such a kick in the face when you're suffering with this problem. I can't. I'm gonna go around. You're suffering with this problem for so long, and you're just screaming for help, and nobody can fix it. You know, and it almost feels like why, but why? Death. Um, and so even though I have a diagnosis, it doesn't mean my problems are completely gone. Um, right, Corey? Yes. So my problems are not completely gone. Yeah, it's a miracle when you run into a good one. I still oh bitch, no thanks. I still have oh bitch. I thought I was far enough away. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, we're both nerds. You're not wrong. That witch really got me. I hope I don't die. Mm. I'm sorry, T-Bolt. No, that bitch is still following me. No, go away. Rude. I don't have any milk. T-Bolt's like, why is the world lagging? And I'm over here going to the edges of the universe. But yeah, it's just sort of this like very disappointed feeling. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have minded actually, but it would have sucked to lose the stuff in my inventory. Um, who's Joe? I guess I should head back to my base. Look at chickens. But so the problem with the thyroid medication is because my labs I can't convo, I'm in the wilderness. What's that? But so the problem with my thyroid issue is that oh, there's so much lava under this one. Has somebody already been here? Oh, there's the chest. I see, I see. I'll take all that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, thanks. That's mine. Because my labs come up normal, and the only one that comes up weird is the antibodies. From what my doctor told me, and this is my newer doctor, who is shit, the antibody test will always come up abnormal now. It'll always have a really high number because they don't like just go away. And so they can't fix that. That's just my life now. But that means that they can't tell when the thyroid medication is working. So they increase the dosage strictly based on symptoms. So when your symptoms get worse, they increase the dosage. And if your symptoms continue to be worse, when on the higher dosage, they switch medications. So the problem is my regular doctor doesn't want to adjust the dosage. So she wants to wait until I go to an endocrinologist, I think, which is like a specialist in autoimmune issues, I think. Um, um, and so they gave me a referral to go to the endocrinologist, but the endocrinologist only has appointments like months out. So I scheduled an appointment, but it's not for another like 2 months. So until then, I can't get my medication adjusted, but I'm having pretty bad symptoms again. Oh, it's his alt. And so I've got like joint pain again, and I've got the exhaustion. So my symptoms of my Hashimoto's thyroiditis is my nails are super brittle. I get really, really fatigued really quickly. I have joint pain. I get really bad muscle aches and stiffness. My sometimes I'll get really severe muscle weakness. So like I'll just be it'll be like my arm I can't lift my arms up because they feel so weak. Um, I have certain like memory problems that sometimes I forget things. And I get like very like almost brain cloud. Um, and so those are just some of the symptoms that I deal with on a regular basis. Um, is that a shipwreck? Hello, beauty. Bloop. I want to go in this hole. Is there a door here? No, I don't see a door. Okay. Um, yeah, literally getting an appointment with any doctor is impossible right now. I have been having the same issue that it's like doctors just aren't around. I heard a zombie, but I don't see nothing. Let's just pray he doesn't have a trident wherever he is. Oh shit, this one's full. Fucking packed. Shit, drowning, 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 drowning. Let's see, is there anything in my inventory I don't want? Those. Let's see. I feel like there's one more chest normally. So let's look for it real quick. There it is. Too far. Nope, don't have enough time. But yeah, so it's been rough because like you experience the severe pain. You feel exhausted all the time. You can't really catch a break. It's just like constant. And you can't get into a doctor to fix it. Come on, come on, come on. Break, 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 break. Break. Jesus Christ. Why'd that take so long to break? Um, but yeah, it sucks. That one's fucking empty. Did I already go through that one? Oh, bitch. What? Maybe they're gonna have you do a lazy week, like not actually do any schoolwork. That would be nice. Definitely feel like there's another chest. How am I missing it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. I'll take that treasure map. I don't need books. Oof. That sucks. Treasure map, treasure map. Let's go on an adventure. How do I figure out which direction to go? Oh, hiccups, sorry. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, autoimmune diseases suck, but um, I am glad that I'm getting somewhere with it. That it's not just a you're overweight, lose weight anymore. I mean, they still are like, yeah, if you lose weight, it'll help, but like, I don't know. I've had joint pain for so long that I feel like that's just not true. But also, like, if I could lose weight, I would. Um, okay, not this direction. One of the issues with my Hashimoto's disease. So I have Hashimoto's and then I have PCOS as well, and both of those cause you to retain weight and have very difficult time losing weight. So it's like stacks. I got I got stacked the negative stacks. So it's like if I could, if it was that simple, I would. Exercising regularly, eating healthy. I already do all that. So like, if it was as simple as just magic, I feel like I wouldn't be struggling. Um, but yeah, it's annoying. Um, I think what was the most interesting thing is I actually found out that Hashimoto's is pretty common and people just don't talk about it. Um, what do I not need? What in my inventory is taking up space that I don't want? I guess I could toss. No, I want to toss that. Okay. So it's one of those things that like people just don't know they have. Um, but it's surprisingly common. I think it was like one out of every like 2,000 people have it. I'll have to look again, but it was like crazy odds. I was very, very surprised. Hey Becky, how's it going? I'm trying to find treasure, but I'm not very good at it. I like that nugget. Nice. Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction, I guess. Maps, hard. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you live with an autoimmune disease, you kind of just get used to it. Um, it never really like goes away. It's just like a part of your life now. And I feel like it's hard to accept that to some degree. Like you'll just never be a normal person in a way. Um, rips. Um, nice. Oh, fucking zombie came out of nowhere while I was looking at my inventory. Nice. I'll have to find something useful for the points. I haven't really figured it out yet. Um, it's kind of confusing when I look into it, so I've been dragging my feet. But yeah, that's the day in the life of autoimmune Jesse. Um, I feel like one day I'll actually get into the endocrinologist and then I'll actually be able to have like not joint pain-ish maybe, or like at least only a little. Is it under the fucking lava? Are you gonna do me like this? Has somebody already? I thought I was the first. Yeah, I don't have any idea what to do with the points. I tried to look into it the other day, but I got like very confused and like annoyed. And I was like, I'll do this later. Meh. So I haven't done it yet. Um, oh, I could tell you guys another thing. So I get delivery food. I get. Is the audio broken? Can you guys hear me? I mean, I think it looks fine to me. Oh, I'm sorry, Nugget. I think it's something on your side. Not that he can hear me. Somebody say, I'm sorry, Nugget. Okay, he's gonna rejoin. Let's give him that. He probably thinks I've been ignoring him this whole time. I'm so sorry, Nugget. Eh. Let me just make sure. Yeah, the stream quality is still listed as excellent, even though I feel like it is only ever unstable or excellent. There's no in between, so it's not going to tell me if it's just mediocre. Hello, Exploder. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I think autoimmune diseases are really interesting. Um, I mean, if you think about it, it's basically your body rejecting you. It's like you ask your body out on a date and your body's like, die, bitch. Oh, Nugget, I don't know why it's broken. Are you sure your headphones work? Can you hear the music? I mean, he can't hear me. How does human? You can hear Spotify. I don't know. Maybe it's something weird with your Twitch. Does he have the phone app, I wonder? Maybe you could try it on the phone app. I don't know. We'll just all pray for Nugget. Um, I just trapped myself in a little hole. I have no idea where my house is, so like this is more difficult than I thought. Yeah, good question. Maybe my stream is cursed. It wouldn't be the first time. Cursed Jesse, bitch. Um, but yeah, because of my autoimmune disease, I've been really, really tired lately, and it's been pretty rough. I just want to sleep all day, which is why I streamed a little late today, is because I was just really exhausted. Oh yeah, it must be something weird with your Twitch. I wonder if he's using the phone app or the computer app. He said his computer battery sucks. Sad. Sorry, Nuggy. It's a beehive. Let's see what else. I mean, even I don't know. I feel like I've just had negative experiences with doctors in general. Like it just feels like they don't try hard enough. I don't know. It always feels like it goes back to, oh, you just need to lose some weight and all your problems will go away. Um, and like, oh, that's so frustrating. I remember like as a little kid hearing that. Like, it's just terrible. Even when I wasn't that big. I mean, like, I feel like the second you're like 2 pounds over the the expected weight for your height, they're like, oh, you're fat. Um, but I feel like it just gives people this freaking complex where they think that they're obese and like not everyone has the ability to fix it, I guess, is what I mean. Like it's not like it's like a, oh, you know, I'll just not eat. Or a, oh, I just need to exercise more. Sometimes that doesn't help. Yeah, muscle weighs a lot more than fat. Um, I know when I first started working out, I gained a lot of weight, and I remember just feeling upset because I went to the doctor and I was like, oh yeah, I've been working out. And they were like, oh, are you sure you're eating healthy because you've gained weight? And I was like devastated because I was like, but I've been working so hard. Yeah, exactly. It's like you 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 don't always change your weight in the way that's expected. Like it's not always a simple like, oh no, Convo, how'd your dog die? Fuck. Yeah, good idea specifying. Whoops. Um. Oh, the audio on YouTube works fine. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it's probably just some weird Twitch thing. Yeah, Twitch streams better than YouTube. I stream to both because some of my friends only use YouTube, but Twitch unfortunately works better in most cases. Where am I going? I have no idea. Okay, let's keep going then. Is this the direction I was going, or was I going this way? Shit. I feel like I need to go this way. Sorry, hiccups. Um, but yeah, it's frustrating because like there's this like this assumption that you should be able to fit into this perfect scenario. And everyone's so different that I feel like it's unfair to try to stick somebody into this perfect scenario you have. Oh, look, a flower biome. I was about to ride right past this, but I want to look at it. What was wrong? Did you have it muted? Oh, thanks for the resub. Was that what that was? I just realized I think that was earlier. Let me look at what just happened now. Oh, thanks for the subscription on YouTube. Uh, bees. We were all looking for bees earlier. Now I find this flower biome. Oh, there's the flowers that I want. Cornflowers, yes. These are my favorite Minecraft flowers. They remind me of a nostalgic period in my life. Gotta love the flower biomes. I love the flower biomes. Oh. Yeah, I have them. I think they both appear as notifications, but it just says subbed. Fish, salmon. I wonder if axolotls eat salmon. Could I put salmon in my tank? If only I had a bucket. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Where are we and which way are we going? This seems semi-okay. I need to go like diagonal, so. Anyways. But yeah, a fucking doctors in general in the United States are just garbage, in my opinion. No offense to anyone who wants to be a doctor in the United States, but like, do better than them, you know? That's all I can say is do better than the ones that I've seen. I remember when I was first diagnosed with PCOS, that was another diagnosis that took years. And they were like, oh, you have a whole bunch of ovarian cysts. And I was like, yes, I am in agony. And they were like, yeah, they just want to send you off with pills. Oh, that's one of the other friggin' things, is medications. So I take a medication called omeprazole twice a day. I take it for extreme acid reflux. I have GERD, which is gastroesophageal acid reflux. Um, no, that's not right. Gastroesophageal reflux disease. There we go. GERD. Sorry. It's basically just really, really severe acid reflux, and it just is all the time sort of thing. I have to be really careful of what I eat and everything. I'm just broken all around, guys, just so you know. But long term, the medication can cause a lot of really negative side effects. So, one of the problems with reflux is it's kind of one of those generic things where people are like, yeah, you've got reflux, just take this, it's fine, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Corey and me are in the same boat. Uh, yeah, they don't, yeah, exactly. It's like they want the long term, like, we'll take care of you forever now, rather than let's actually fix the root of the problem. And so that's my frustration with my reflux disease is it's oh bitch. This is my life now on fire. Um, but it can be really, really painful and it just sucks all around. But the problem is the long-term side effects of the medication are not super great either. So what I want from my doctor is to figure out the root cause of it so that we can treat the root cause and not just cover it up with medications. Yeah. Um, because I feel like a lot of the time that's all they're doing really is covering it up with medications. Yeah, I've looked into leaky gut. Um, but it's annoying. Um, I feel like it's just stupid. For the longest time, we thought that I had oh yeah, Nugget. Um, I thought that I had something called H. pylori, um, which is like a causes like stomach pain, which it turned out I did have H. pylori, but I didn't know. Yeah, that's what I would try if I had access to, right, Becky? Like that's sort of the same thing. It's like here it's not really like a super common thing and you have to find the right doctor that actually believes it's a thing. Um you press the help button and they just continue talking and don't care. Yeah, I could agree with that. Um where am I at? Oh, I found this village, which means I'm closer. Oh, is this a different village? Fuck. I think this is a different village. Well, I'm gonna investigate this one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is the same village. What? That's stupid. Nice. Is this the same village? Why am I so confused? Maybe this is a different village that just happens to have an exploded house as well. That's crazy, man. Cat. Cat. There's two of them. That's it. I'm chasing it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Give it to the cat. Cat, don't go out of the boundaries. Cat, don't go out of the boundary. Cat. 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 No. Yes. That was close. Okay, cat, come on. We're gonna get cat number 2. I want a pair of twins. Yeah, bitch. Get fucked. Anyways. What was I saying? Ah, yes. So I want to treat the root cause of my reflux disease. Um, but it feels like the doctors just don't want to. Like they almost like ignore my requests. Um, and it's annoying. Oh, there's a portal down there. Yes, I would like to explore that. actually don't want that, but I want that. Aqua Affinity. I'll take that too. Oh God. Hey, cats. Yeah, yeah. So that was one thing I did have tested to see if it was that the acid was too strong or too weak. Like if there wasn't enough. Um, and for me, it's that it's too strong. So like I can't eat like tomatoes and stuff that I enjoy because life hates me. Um, but it's annoying. I don't know. Like it's another one of those things that they're like, oh, if you just lost weight, you'd have less acid. But the thing is like I think I think it's unfair to say that when I had this issue when I was at a good weight. You know, it's not like it got worse when I gained weight. It's always been this severe. Like, how is that making it worse? It's just yeah, it just is annoying. It doesn't make sense. It's just in the US, the main like diagnosis is you're fat. That's it. No investigation into it, nothing like that. It's just you are overweight and that's what's causing the problem. And like it's true there's some people who are overweight and that does help make some of their medical problems worse, but like you can't just stick everyone in the same bubble. Like exactly. And it's like with my Hashimoto's with my thyroid issue, like how am I supposed to just like magically make the weight go away? Like it's not like I don't work out. It's not like I eat like trash all the time. And then I also have PCOS, which also makes it really, really hard to make you lose weight. And so it just feels like a kick in the face every time they're like, "Oh, it's 'cause you're fat." It's like, do you think do you think I want to be the way that I am? Like it's like they think that I wake up every morning and I'm like, I'm gonna eat 10,000 pounds of food because I feel like it. No. No, like I have really, really severe depression and I have body dysmorphia around the fact that I hate myself because I've constantly been told I'm too fat and I can't control it. I have no power over it at this point. Like it's just my body doing what the fuck it wants. Um, and it's just like so difficult to hear somebody just sort of like shit on you in that way that it's mainly frustrating because like I said it earlier, you go to a doctor because you have a problem and you need help. It takes it takes something for right right Heather? It's like I'd love to eat everything, but like it's not like I say to myself, yes, I would like to weigh a ton and so I will eat everything I see. I just think that's unfair the way that doctors treat it. Um, but I don't know I feel like if it weren't for the fact that doctors constantly told me that I was overweight, that my dad constantly told me that I was overweight and disgusting sort of thing, if it weren't for those things, I would probably be really happy with myself. But I keep pressing the wrong button. But because of those things, instead, I have really severe depression. I feel like I'm a disgusting monster. I despise myself. I feel like I can't do anything right because I'm just gross. Oh God, there's a trident somewhere and I'm scared. I hate tridents. Um, yeah, my husband's amazing. My husband's like, I love you just the way you are. Um, and then I remember he recently said to me, if you do start losing weight, can you not lose all of it because I love your belly. And it's like, that's super sweet, but also I want to choke you. Hey, dolphin. Oh, I can't even pick that fish up. Oh well. Yeah, my husband's great. Oh, oh, is that a house? That's not my house. Whose house is that? Is that Seb's house? I think that's Seb's house. Sebs. Yeah, it looks like Seb's house. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, Dean, have you looked at me? Jesus. Uh, but yeah, no, my husband's great. It's like once the thought is in your head, once it's there, there's no getting rid of it. Oh, there's a delivery. Once you feel that way about yourself, there's nothing that anyone else can do to fix it. Um, my husband could tell me that I'm the most amazing person in the world and that he would kill for me, and I would still be like, nah, me be ugly bitch. You know? Yeah, and I do feel that way too. Is like my husband's the only one that makes me feel like I can be okay with just being me. I think one of the other things is like the definition of trying to find out if it's something that you want or if it's something that you're doing for other people. And I think that's kind of like a thing that I've had difficulty with. Um, 'Cause like I do wonder if losing weight would reduce some of the pain in my hip. My hips are the ones that like really are very frustrating. Um, Imagine that you can't sit down for long periods, but you also can't really stand very much because of like this awkward hip pain. Um, that's kind of what I like deal with on a regular basis, is just kind of this awkward discomfort that like I don't really know what to do. Okay, yeah, see you later, Heather. Thanks for chilling with us. Good luck at your appointment. Text me if you need anything. I'll send you dog pictures. Um, but I think that's one of the things that I had to kind of learn, is that if I want to lose weight for me, that's okay. But if I want to lose weight for someone else, that's not what I should be doing. That's not how I should focus on things. I should only be doing things that I want to do for me. Um, and I think that was really difficult for me to like learn and process, because I only based my information off of what other people expected of me, what I assumed was what people wanted from me. What I knew people wanted from me, because every time I went to the doctor, they made a point of telling me how fat and sad I was, you know? And like I feel like if I had never been told that my weight made me ugly, I probably would be completely fine with everything about me. Yeah, trying to lose weight for looks is like a no thanks. Yeah, exactly. Weight loss is a bonus with nutrition. And that's kind of where I've started landing too, is that I'm like, I just want to be healthy. Like it's true. I work out, I lose weight, or I may or may not lose weight, but at least I know I'm being healthy in what I think I need to do, what I think is healthy for me. Um, and I think that's the point where like it took me a long time to figure out that I could separate those things. It didn't have to be connected. It didn't have to be I'm doing this because somebody told me I'm ugly, you know? It could just be I'm doing this because I want to, because it's something that I think will make me feel better about me. Um, Not because somebody said, "Yo, ugly bitch, you ugly." Um, Man, these are so fucking expensive, I swear. I'm actually gonna go break the copper that I already put up. Because I didn't like how I placed it. This tank is like a weird shape, and I didn't really think it through when I built it. So the food they sell in supermarkets is so bad. There's processed sugar in everything convenient, and it's a losing battle. It's totally true. It's like you want me to lose weight, but the thing is first of all, you don't give me many options of healthy foods. Everything contains some form of extra sugar and crap. So that's frustrating. But then to top it off, we then, oops, I thought I was going to fall through a hole. We then go into the fact of it's ease of access. Um, why are there no healthy fast food places? You know, why, why? Yes, exactly. It's like soy sauce is full of like tons of salt and like sugar and like random weird shit that doesn't need to be in it. And I use it all the time in a lot of my cooking. And it's like I can't just make it myself. Yeah, healthy fast food. I know that sounds like mind-blowing, but like why not? You know? It would give us the ease of access. It would make people more likely to eat it. But I know in the United States it's just not a thing. I've never seen a healthy fast food place. And the thing is I've lived everywhere in the United States. I've lived in so many different places. And it's not a thing. And I was gonna say that's the other thing is the secondary factor is the expense. It's like now we've gone from healthy foods um, are expensive. It used to be that healthy foods were not expensive. They were just sort of everything, everywhere. But like it's very expensive now. You can't buy healthy food and not spend a fortune. Um, and not everyone has the money for it. I know when I was in college, it was really difficult because it's this thing where like your brain's telling you, I want to eat healthy, I should be eating healthy, but how am I supposed to afford it? Yeah, Pengu, I think it's nice to make stuff yourself, but you don't always have time, you know? It's not always like something that everyone's able to do because of time. Um, yeah. Um, I feel like for me it's very difficult because here's sort of my vague schedule, okay? I get up at 5 or so in the morning. I get a shower, I walk and feed my dogs. I have I think I have a certain type of OCD or something because I have to follow a very specific routine every morning. Otherwise, my whole day's ruined. But nonetheless, so yeah, exactly. It's like a very different situation. I then after I get up and I take care of my dogs, I eat breakfast, and normally, depending on the day, I will make something for breakfast. So I'll cook something. Um, then, um, yeah, exactly. It's like having to hold my arms up is very difficult. It becomes really exhausting. 'Cause not 'cause I'm a baby or anything, but the exhaustion from just my muscles and everything, my muscle pain from the autoimmune issues. It just makes my body say, "No, thank you, bitch," which is difficult. Um, let's stand here for a minute while I do another thing at the same time. But yeah, so like I get up for work. I work from um 6 to um 5 p.m. And then um at 5 p.m. I will, depending on if I'm doing Minecraft stuff, I will do some work for Minecraft side. Um, yeah, Becky, you may end up having an autoimmune disease like me. I get muscle weakness because of my autoimmune disease. Um, Imagine not eating peanut butter, cheese, or jam on bread. Well, I sometimes do. I normally eat either peanut butter on bread or I will eat a fried egg on bread, on toasted bread. Um, and sometimes I'll eat oatmeal, which I know people hate, so I won't talk too much about it, but you know. Um, but then I will do Minecraft manager work for probably an hour or two until like 7 p.m. I'll eat dinner. Um, oh, that's rough. It's frustrating. We'll have to talk one day and like talk about symptoms and see if you have any of the matching ones that I have. Um, let's not talk about these boots that I accidentally made. Um, let's go on an adventure and catch more axolotls. That sounds fun. But so then it'll be around 7 p.m. I will go downstairs and eat dinner. My husband normally makes dinner. And then I come back up and I will play games for a bit. But one of the problems that I have, fuck, oh well, is that I, like I said, because of my autoimmune disease, I get really tired really quickly. Oh yeah, I want to catch some salmon too. Let's go find some salmon. I get tired. Yeah. Literally, it took me years to diagnose. So we can talk about it a little bit, and I'll tell you a little bit about some of the stuff that I had to go through, and maybe give some tips for what you can ask from your doctor. Not that it necessarily will be the same diagnosis, but Hashimoto's thyroiditis is actually super common. I found out recently. I'm gonna Google it again. I think it's like 1 in every 1,000 people has it. Um, 1 to 2% of people in the United States. Yeah, but what does that mean? Hmm. Yeah, I don't remember. It's like, it's fucking common is basically the point. Okay, see you, Pengu. Um, but anyways, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Do you guys remember what I was saying before that? Yeah, I have really bad migraines.